We are actually the earth symbol. The earth should be representing every single woman on the planet, on this planet, because it is the dominant feminine energy. And when we allow the earth's energy to actually be the energy that's guiding us, guiding our decisions, guiding how we see ourselves as women, we make like amazing shifts in this world, on this planet. People start to change, things start to change vibrationally. And so we can keep ranting and people can keep marching about climate change and, save this, save that, save the animals, save all of these things, when really it's women and our connection to our primordial feminine energy. Peace and prosperity. This is ESAIA Mystic, and welcome back to another video. This is a channel where you can learn all about how to decolonize yourself from the colonized perspectives of spirituality and reconnect back to primordial feminine energy and the primordial feminine energy of this planet. So I want to start off with talking about Queen Elizabeth II and the relationship that I noticed in the media and the press, and even back to when Princess Diana was in the picture. Really, the relationship I noticed around feminine energy in that whole family, right? And in that whole kind of monarchy. And what I noticed was that, and I did another video on this earlier. Actually, I don't remember when I made that video, but I'll link it down below. But basically, that video was in talking about like the experience that Megan, the prince's wife, the experience that she went through when she was living in the monarchy, and her experience, right? And I detail that everything in that video, to me signaled that not only the crown, right, had a problem with a certain kind of feminine energy, but it was this kind of resistance to a more indigenous and earth connected feminine energy. Okay, this is what I noticed in that story, and then I connected the dots back to Princess Diana in how she also embodied more of a earth feminine centered connection to her femininity versus the colonized connection to femininity. And this is why I'm making a video right now, okay, about really how I'm seeing how this is playing out at large in the world, around how people are also taking on this monarchy colonized way of seeing high value feminine energy, when really it was the intrinsic qualities of these women, of, like Meghan Markle and Princess Diana, that actually embodies true feminine energy. But they live and they are a part of the monarchy, right? And so parts of them have to be repressed, or, as in her story, she clearly laid out how she was being repressed and suppressed. So this is the same thing that's happening on a global level. It has happened on a global level. And I feel like with the Queen's passing, Queen Elizabeth II's passing, that this is really coming to light for me, and probably for a lot of other women as well. Now, I'm not, petty, and I'm not going to disrespect anyone on this channel. I'm not going to disrespect, the queen, even though, she is not my ideal perspective of what a queen actually is, but that's not the way things were set up, right? Things were not set up and did not play out to where actual primordial blood could be represented as the feminine figure for women all over the world, right? That was the feminine figure for the European world, and really not even that world. Like, really, it's the Matrix world, okay? The Matrix world was who she governed over. And in the future, in this day and age, what we're moving into is for primordial blood to be the woman that influences over the primal nature of beings all over the earth, right? That is what is being called into being right now. And the only way for that to happen is for you to be aware of what colonized feminine energy is and what earth feminine energy is, and why it's important for you to discover how important it is for you to be connected to your earth feminine energy versus still perpetuating mindsets around colonized feminine energy. The queen taught women colonized femininity, and how Queen Elizabeth and the women that get a lot of their femininity and are usually the women and the influencers that I see that are more European based, have a more colonized perspective of femininity. And why I felt like this was important to really bring up and highlight is because I've said this before in other videos, right? In my actually members only videos, I've described instances where I was on my feminine energy journey and I was intentionally wanting to connect to different networks that I could be a part of, and like feminine energy groups, feminine groups, like networks. When you're on the journey, you could use support, and for me, that's what I was looking for at the time. And there were moments along my journey where there was some pretty colonized perspectives that were projected onto me that made me feel like I was not, or I had to change parts of myself that are actually very much a part of my indigenous identity in order to be seen as high value or worthy of being uplifted and spoiled and given all the things and living the life that I want to live as a hypergamous woman. Colonized femininity is the kind of femininity that is, what the Queen of England, right? And people who live in that kind of world, they embodied because of their perspective of being higher than these savage mongrels, okay? That are more tribal, that are more primitive, that are primordial. And I want a lot of ladies to really listen to this, because a lot of you probably haven't even really thought about how some of the feminine perspectives you may have been adhering to do come from colonized mindsets of being racist, just straight up racist. And coming from a place that is just, it's not connected to the earth. And this is what my channel is about, right? So in this I also want you guys to really discover what it means to be not in your colonized feminine mindset, but in your earth feminine mindset. And when you are activated in your earth feminine mindset, you are connected to the earth. You are connected to your indigenous identity. You are connected, and you still feel worthy. You still feel high value. You still feel that you can have all of the things that the women who take on more of the colonized mindset do. So this is what this video is about, and I just want to share that, again, in the beginning of my journey, it was told to me that for me to be seen as high value, I could not have locks, right? I had to have straight hair. I had to have, weave. I had to, basically I had to change my hair, because having locks is not a high value woman look, okay? And so this is one mindset that was projected onto me, unfortunately, by other Black women that thought that they were really helping me, but really they were just carrying colonized mindsets around femininity and what it means to be feminine, okay? And so that's an aspect of that. Another big aspect of carrying colonized femininity and not really being aware or conscious of it is believing that you have to look and dress and kind of be in a certain particular way that emanates a colonized living, right? Emanates kind of colonized living, right? So I've heard before women say that you're not allowed to wear, a bunch of colors. Like, if you're going to be feminine and high class, then and you want to be seen as a rich woman, you cannot wear bright colors, and you cannot wear, these, like, your sense of fashion is kind of compromised as well. And you start to feel like you need to dress in this kind of like monotone or oversimplified way. And so for me, that was also a thing that I was having a hard time with, because I'm an artist, number one. So naturally, I like colors. I like creativity. I like playing with different things. And honestly, I look pretty quirky sometimes when I go out and I dress, and my daughter especially looks quirky a lot of the time. She's an Aquarius, so she's just quirky, the central of quirky, like quirky central. And I was having a hard time with absorbing this, because I was just like, well, from what I've learned from being in indigenous teachings, right, is like, it's powerful to wear colors, right? And to have on lots of different colors, and to dress in a way that really, even when you look at tribal wear, right, and the way that most tribes dress, they have an abundance of patterns, of colors, of jewels, and not, it doesn't have to be this posh, elegant jewels, but cowrie shells, bones, necklaces made out of bones, really tribal looks. And I've noticed that it's almost like to dress that way, or to wear more indigenous tribal things, is not being put into the categorization of, oh, this can also be high value. This can also be something that's really, right, a part of embodying your feminine energy. It's just more on, and actually 100% connected to embodying and connecting to your earth feminine energy. Because the reality is, a lot of what we understand as feminine energy in a colonized way is actually a way to keep us disconnected from the earth. So if I was to straighten my hair every single day, just so I can be perceived as the ideal high value feminine woman, I know by being connected to the earth and the earth's feminine energy, I know that straightening my hair is weakening my antennas, right? Because my hair is antennas. And I know that when I straighten my hair, I'm weakening my hair. My antennas are not as strong and connected to the frequencies all around me. I'm not able to receive messages as well. I'm dousing my connection to the earth so that I can become more malleable mentally and more easily able to be conditioned by society. So I know that, right? I also know that when I choose to dress and wear certain jewelries, right? That jewelry has an energy. That jewelry has a vibration. And when we wear more indigenous jewels, right? Stones that are blessed, stones that are infused with, the earth's energy and raw, right? And given a certain kind of love and affection, right? Before I put them on, versus them being blood diamonds or, jewels that maybe have caused people in Africa, or mainly Africa, right? This is where a majority of the jewel mining comes from. Maybe that has caused these people to die, right? Like, and cause bloodshed. Like, this is the colonized femininity, right? Where the girl who wants what she wants, because that's what the billboard says is high class, high value femininity. The woman that wants to invest into these exquisite luxury brands that maybe are kidnapping animals out of their natural habitat and experimenting on them and, peeling their skin off. And listen, I'm going down a rabbit hole here, but I'm just giving examples of how these high value things can be unethical and disconnected from the earth feminine energy. Yet it is being taught to us as if that is the epitome of high value, high class, and this luxury feminine energy. And I'm just here to tell you that it's really not. It's really not. And you can want things that cost a lot of money, right? That are actually ethical and connected to the earth's frequency, that are actually doing a service, right? And it's in harmony with the energy of the earth, because the earth's energy is the dominant feminine energy of this planet. I've said this time and time again. You think that it's Venus because that's the symbol that is on, our sign as a gender, right? We see the Venus symbol as the sign of our gender. And if you don't know what the feminine, like, woman symbol is, it's the symbol of Venus, okay? And what this does is it makes us vain. It makes us these vain creatures, when we're not meant to be that way in disconnect from the earth. We are actually the earth symbol. The earth should be representing every single woman on the planet, on this planet, because it is the dominant feminine energy. And when we allow the earth's energy to actually be the energy that's guiding us, guiding our decisions, guiding how we see ourselves as women, we make like amazing shifts in this world, on this planet. People start to change, things start to change vibrationally. And so we can keep ranting and people can keep marching about climate change and, you know, save this, save that, save the animals, save all of these things, when really it's women and our connection to our primordial feminine energy. It's really us. It's us, right? And us, how we've kind of been colonized out of remembering who we are in relationship to the earth. So a lot of people think when I say, oh, be connected to the earth and tap into your earth feminine, I'm saying that you gotta be living in a cave and wiping your ass with banana leaves. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to be, you know, a part of Nature Boy's clique and all of these stupid, like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that to be connected to the earth feminine, that you can be upper echelons, you can be high value, you can be, you know, exquisite and luxurious and still make ethical choices and still make conscious decisions and still know, hey, that came from some racist, classist, you know, type of thinking, right? There are some, you know, shifts that can be made in the way that we relate to ourselves and our femininity. And I think it's going to make really big strides and shifts in the world when women can start to identify their feminine nature back into the earth, right? And the earth's true nature. And honestly, I feel like this would really stop women from feeling like they need to alter their bodies and cut themselves open and take all these pills and be sucked into the matrix, right? All because they're disconnected from the earth. All because you're disconnected from the earth feminine energy and you've been colonized into thinking feminine energy is vain and not connected to this planet. It is a complete symbiosis of everything that transpires on this planet. And that is the power of being connected to your earth feminine energy and letting go of colonized perspectives of who you are as a woman and what makes you luxurious and glamorous and all these things, right? It's not Gucci. It's not all these high-end brands that don't really do anything for the ethics of the earth, right? Or the ethics of people, right? And the livelihoods of people. And I know, some people, a lot of people just are like, well, okay, well, who cares? Like, people are responsible for what they create in life, and the earth is responsible for restoring itself and all of the things. But it's like that is vain thinking. That's you thinking that you are disconnected from everything all around you, and you're not. It's actually valuable to care. It's actually valuable to give a crap. And just because you care or give a crap doesn't mean you're going to end up broke or poor or classless or low value. And I feel like that is the fear for a lot of women, that they won't be loved, that they won't be valued, that they won't be all the things that these more polished, colonized, feminine women embody, Like, they can't still be this billionaire woman. Yes, you can. You just don't believe it. You haven't seen it, so you don't believe it. But it's never going to happen if you don't start now, right? Connecting to the earth feminine will be the thing that saves your life one day, right? And saves you from your hair falling out. When saves you from you getting, illnesses and people in your life having things transpire in their life, right? That you just seemingly don't know what to do about it. And this is the case that I see so often. It's like women who are disconnected from their earth feminine, when things come up, right? Whether they're energetic or actual physical things come up, it's like you don't really know what to do about it, right? Especially if it's some kind of sickness or illness or whatever like that. So I'm making this video for you guys to just be aware, right? Be aware of where you may be falling too deep into colonized mindsets around your feminine energy, and where in your life do you feel like you're not worthy enough, or you have to change parts of yourself and you have to fit into this mold of what it means to be high value and high class and all these things, just so that you can get what you're worth in life. Like, there's one thing to want to self-improve and be on a path of self-improvement. It's another thing to want to conform, okay? It's a completely other thing. So I teach you all about how to decolonize your mindset around your feminine energy, and really how to reconnect you to your primordial feminine energy in my Earth Feminine bundle, where you receive my light feminine energy course, the Love Potion, and my dark feminine energy course, the Lilith Code, and along with all of my other feminine energy courses that I have created. I have the New Love Manifesto in there. It teaches you how to manifest new love into your life. It also will have the power of the moon and how to integrate sacred masculinity into your life. So the power of the moon is all about reconnecting to your feminine psychic abilities and intuition. And the sacred masculine course is really teaching you how to align with sacred masculinity in your life. So this is for if you feel like you're always running into men who are not up to your standards, not up to your, par in thinking. You just feel like you're consistently attracting, losers or men who are not good enough, then that's also in there, right? So if you're interested in signing up for that, actually, if you are interested, I advise that you pre-enroll now, because right now, up until the autumn equinox, I am listing the bundle for everything in there for 50% off. So that means that the current price, and payment plans are available, is 50% off. I am not going to do this again. This is a thank you to just life, right? This is a thank you to life, and also celebrating our entry into the fall equinox. So if you're interested in signing up for the Earth Feminine bundle, enroll now. The link is down below. The code is also, I'll put it in the description box below. And yes, it's time. It's time for you to step into a new level of you feeling like you can actually be who you truly are and connect fully to all of who you really are, your light feminine and your dark feminine, in the world, and be fulfilled in that, okay? So that is all for now, my loves. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like again and subscribe, hit the notification bell. if you would love to see more videos like this in the future. And I will catch you all in my next video.